Hello everybody, welcome back to channel. DOS here, and welcome back to an episode about RWBY. So first off, I want to have a question for you guys. So Rooster Teeth recently released a trailer for Dead Little Roosters, which I'm probably going to react to at some point, like the trailer for it. I want to know if you guys are interested in me reacting to Dead Little Roosters. You see, Rooster Teeth had made two previous titles called 10 Little Roosters and 11 Little Roosters. It was like a murder mystery show, and I'm assuming that this is what Dead Little Roosters is. So I watched those in high school when they came out, and I loved it. So I want to know if you guys would be interested in me reacting to stuff like that. So if anything, leave a comment down below, and in future videos, what your choice would be of me reacting to it or not. I'll probably am gonna react to the trailer, and then I'll probably have this question again for that show. But we're gonna be talking about Volume 2, my thoughts and my review for it. So let's just start with the most glaring thing. By the way, I'm gonna try to make this video a bit quicker, just so that I'm not talking your ears off, because I don't want this to be like a 30-minute video. So I want to talk about the big thing, which is the look of the background characters. That's one of the big things that proves that Volume 2 is better than Volume 1. Just by a technical standpoint. I fully think Volume 2 is better than Volume 1. It's not that hard to be, considering everything that Volume 1 had. But for Volume 2, we actually have legit, legit characters in the background. Yeah, they might be just the frickin' models of our main characters, like a bunch of Noras and a bunch of Jeans, stuff like that, but it still makes the world feel more lived in, like it exists. So that makes it much more immersive and much better, because in Volume 1 I would kept getting pulled out of what was happening on screen because of the shadow people in the background. So that's obviously immensely better. The next thing that was better was the animations in general. There's a very there's a clip in RWBY, which I'll probably show as I'm talking for this, if I can find it, of Wukong running up the stairs when we first meet him, and he's like at a 45-degree angle just going up. Like humans don't work like that. They don't go like that. They'll be like this. They'll stair step like this. So you just by that aspect alone, it's already better like that. The animations still are pretty janky, just with having like people's feet not interacting with the ground fully. Like they're just like hovering a little bit underneath it, and then not really interacting with their environments and stuff. But that, I'm sure that's gonna be refined with next volume as well. Next thing I want to talk about is characters and character development. So, by the way, if you guys haven't noticed, I don't have a write-out or document or anything like this. I'm actually recording this pretty late. I'm recording this on Thursday, and because Cyberpunk came out yesterday, and then today is the Game Awards, so I definitely I'm just kind of like flying by the seat of my pants. A lot of stuff has happened this week, so I'm happy that this volume is actually focusing on the characters and teammates for RWBY. That was my big complaint for last volume, was it focused way too much on Jean. Like, yeah, Jean's a nice guy. I understand Miles is one of the heads for RWBY, but I don't give a fuck about Jean. He's a cool guy, and I'd love to learn more about him, but not have like a full 4-episode arc dedicated to him or something like that. Like, the show's called RWBY. It should be centered around the team of RWBY, which we actually got. We got backstory on Yang and her parents and her family and stuff like that. We got to see a bit of Weiss's strange relationship with her dad. Like, she did not want to talk to him at all when she was calling in that tower. And we obviously got to see how Blake feels about the White Fang and stuff like that throughout the season. That was a whole big thing in the beginning of the arc. And we also got to see Yang kind of like, well, she didn't really change all that much. I guess that's the one thing that I say Yang needs a little bit more character development, but I think we're gonna get that because Yang got her ass kicked at the end of this volume, and so she's probably gonna take that into account and try to get better. But I mean, like I said, we got our backs with that. I think the only one that hasn't really gotten a whole lot of background is RWBY. RWBY herself. RWBY is just basically just RWBY. She's happy-go-lucky. She's very serious in being a huntress. But that's it. That's really it. But I will say that one of the best new characters that we met was the Corgi. Zwei. I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect him to be a fucking cannonball. But some of the comments did say that they reminded me that every living thing has a semblance and aura and stuff like that. So I don't know why I didn't expect that. But it was certainly a surprise nonetheless to see that, and it was really funny. We got to see a bit more development between Jean and Pyrrha, which I'm super happy about. It's very obvious, even with the characters in the show, that Pyrrha likes Jean. So I'm glad that Jean's kind of seeing that. He's still oblivious, but he's not completely stupid, which is good. The only characters that we haven't really gotten that much more background on, which I want, is Nora and Ren. Unfortunately, Ren is voiced by Monty, and I believe he passed away leading up to Volume 3, I think. I'm not sure. Correct me in the comments of what volume it is where he passed away. But I don't know what they're gonna do with Ren's character. Granted, Ren didn't talk a whole lot, so it's not a big deal to replace the voice actor, just because like I barely know how Ren sounds. So no disrespect to Monty with that. And I do want to learn more about Cinder and Mercury and was it Jade? I forget her name, the green-haired girl's name. They haven't like said her name in a while, so I want to learn more about their backstory and why they joined Cinder and the White Fang and everything. I want to know why they're evil, and obviously I want to learn more about Cinder herself. I feel like this is Rorusi's plan, make you like wondering what Cinder's deal, who she is, why she's doing this for a few volumes until we learn. I feel like that's what's going to be happening. Because Cinder's kind of like that tease that you get, the blue balls that you're going to be getting. Like, oh, we want to learn more. Oh, but not going to do it this time. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do for the next volumes. Overall, the characters are great. Obviously, we got to see more Penny as well. I think Penny is one of my top 5 in characters. I think she's so charismatic and funny and so quirky and weird that it makes her very endearing. I greatly appreciate that a whole lot. But moving on from characters, we have the fight scenes. Really great fight scenes this season. Not really a whole lot of really good ones at the end, but the beginning, like the first half, we had amazing ones. We had the freaking food fight, and I think the first episode, that was amazing. Was the stupidest purpose for a fight scene, but it was great. It was so fantastic. And then we had the freaking fight scene with the mech, which I had put out on my birthday, where we had freaking Yang beat the shit out of that mech, and Team RWBY really like doing their whole like their like fight combos and stuff like that, which I really love that they use like the ship names. That RWBY took the ship names in stride for the characters and made them the combos. That's great. That's freaking awesome. That's super cool to see. Also, that episode included my favorite, well, not my favorite, but one of my favorite characters, Neo. So, moving on from fight scenes and tweet of Neo, we had the fight between Yang and Neo. That was so greatly choreographed. Like, RWBY really did a good job of showing you that Neo is you can't shit around with her. Like, she is a very skilled person. Like, Neil was just toying with Yang, beating the shit out of her, which I thought was really interesting to see. Obviously, like, from my knowledge from Death Battle, I know that Yang isn't good against people who are able to, like, incorporate their legs in their fighting. Yang is very stuck in her hand-to-hand combat. She's a very, like, one-note character when it comes to fighting, as far as I know. So I'm hoping she actually learns how to change her fight style. But, like, Neo's fighting was very elegant and beautiful and very precise and had, like, purpose to every single thing that she was doing. So I thought, like, it was like a smaller fight, wasn't super big, but it still, like, was really, like, well choreographed and well done. As for story beats, I thought this volume was a lot better with its story and its flow. Like I said, the whole Jean thing really kind of, like, threw me out. It was like a weird thing to include, but I don't know. With this one focusing mainly on the Team RWBY girls, I felt like it was more cohesive, more flowing, stuff like that. So I felt like it did a lot better story-wise with it. As for other things, this volume really did a good job of me wondering what's going to be happening next. Like, I don't know what's going to be happening with the General. I have a really bad feeling about him. I feel like he's going to be an antagonist in the future. He wants order, and he wants his way of order. That's what I'm assuming. I'm very curious as to what Cinder's planning and what she's doing. I'm assuming she's going to do something for the actual freaking tournament that they're holding. That's what I'm assuming they're going to be doing. And I'm curious. I'm really curious as to who that character is that saved Yang and we saw at the end credit scene. Which, by the way, I was told in the comments that end credit scene is not canon, which is a goddamn fucking shame. That makes me so disappointed. My theory, I don't know if anyone knows what was supposed to be for that character. My theory for what that character was supposed to be is she was either Yang's twin that was raised with the Grimm, or a manifestation of what Yang is, but Grimm. That's what my guess is, but my canon guess is still going to be that's Yang's mother. Because we don't know what the fuck happened to Yang. We know that Ruby's mother is dead and in the ground, but we don't know what happened to Yang's mother. So I'm assuming that that's Yang's mother. That's my assumption. That's my guess. And if I'm right and if I called it, I'm gonna be very happy. Again, everyone in the comments, don't tell me what it actually is. This is my speculation, and I want to be surprised. That's one of the things that I'm not spoiled on. There are still like two or three more things that I've been spoiled on for RWBY, just being in the Rooster Teeth community. So, but this is one of them that I have not been. So, yeah. Besides that, there's not really anything else to mention for the volume. The music was great as always. I think RWBY's music is fantastic. I mean, Red vs. Blue does a pretty good job with their music, but nowhere near the caliber of RWBY. RWBY just has some really catchy music and stuff that has a really intense meaning. Which, speaking of, make sure to tune in next week. That is going to be my soundtrack reaction. I'm going to be taking your guys' advice and looking up what you guys told me to have on my screen instead. And I'm not going to include like the background instrumental stuff like I did with last volume. I'm just going to keep it to the main soundtrack with the lyrics and the singing and stuff like that. And then I'm still going to give my thoughts on lyrics, give what I think they mean and my perspective on it. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be another long video. It's probably going to be like 2-3 hours. So I'm probably going to dedicate like a whole day to that. But yeah, I think that's it for my rating. I think this is going to be an arbitrary rating system because I do want to kind of like rank all my seasons. Definitely when I catch up with RWBY and I'm like all caught up, I'm going to have a tier list for my favorite volumes of RWBY because I like watching tier lists myself. So, but right now, with just the 2 volumes, under my belt, I'm gonna give Volume 2 a 7.5 out of 10, and Volume 1 a 7. We'll see how that goes. I have a feeling I'm gonna really enjoy Volume 3 because it's a tournament arc, and I love tournament arcs. My Hero Academia did a great one, and like any anime that does a tournament arc, it's really good. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts were for Volume 2, what you liked, what you didn't like, what characters you thought you ended up liking more, and which ones you didn't. For me personally, I'm still not a fan of Weiss. Weiss has definitely gotten better, but I just don't care about her. I'm sorry to you Weiss stans out there, but my two girls are Yang and Neo. So, but yeah, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you in this community. And again, let me know if you guys want me to react to Dead Little Roosters. And yeah, turn on the bell so you get notified whenever a new video goes live, because I don't always just post stuff on Mondays and Fridays. I'll sometimes post something random throughout the week. Yeah, as always, guys, I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. Goodbye, everyone.